New York baseball fans might be a little bit concerned with the play of both teams following the All-Star break. For the Yankees, it's been concerns with their pitching, and for the Mets, the offensive struggle has been real. So let's explore whether or not New York baseball fans should be hitting the panic button. Veteran sports journalist and SNY contributor Anthony McCarron joins me now to discuss. Anthony, how are you doing?
Good, Dexter. How about you?
I am doing well. Not panicking like some of the fans in New York baseball are doing. I'm not panicking at all. I'm cool, I'm comfortable, I'm doing well. So let's start with this, Anthony. The Metropolitans, their NL East lead, it is shrunk. Heading into Sunday night's game against the San Diego Padres, it's now just a half-game lead over the Braves. The bats have also gone cold. So what's wrong with the Mets offense?
Well, they're not getting a lot of offensive contribution from three positions, and that really hurts them. They tried to address DH by acquiring Daniel Vogelbach from the Pirates, and he should help against right-handed pitching. But their DHs are among the worst in the league in multiple categories. Their catchers have the worst OPS among any position in the majors. It's right around 500, which is dreadful. And third base is not delivering a whole lot in offense, though we've seen some home runs over the past couple of weeks from Eduardo Escobar. But when you're not getting anything from those places, that's going to drag down the offense. And the Mets have produced runs, with their sort of put the ball in play approach throughout the season, and they're still 7th in runs scored. But the numbers have been trending downward, and the offense is definitely in a funk. I think the trade deadline is going to be key for them because I don't think that it was a one move for the lineup. Even if Vogelbach goes crazy, I think they might need to make some additions as well elsewhere. And certainly, I know this isn't an offensive issue, but their bullpen needs some arms as well. So look, do I feel as great about the Mets as I used to? No, but I also want to point out that the Braves were always going to do what the Braves have done, which is eat into that lead. Now we'll get to see what the Mets are really made of because they're a very, very talented team. Do they have the stomach? Do they have the guts to fend off the defending champions? They've got to prove that on the field.
Yeah, the time is now. We'll see what they do at the deadline. Now with the Yankees, the starting pitching has been shaky lately, and Michael King out for the season, which hurts the pen, obviously. But can the pitching of the Yanks get back to the form that we saw from them earlier in the season?
Yeah, they were pitching so well early on in the season, weren't they, Dexter? It was amazing. And the Yankees have done a great job in recent years of developing arms, so they've had a lot of depth and been able to bring guys up who maybe you never heard of before, and they've contributed a little bit, and we're going to see if they can go even deeper with that because the depth is even more necessary now with injuries to Michael King. Chad Green is gone for the year. Luis Severino is out. Miguel Castro is out. So they've got some issues in the rotation and the pen. And plus there was a little sort of regression from Nasty Nestor, from Jameson Tyone. I don't think those guys were going to be lights out every start the entire year. And so now the Yankees are feeling the effect of maybe hitters figuring some things out against them. They're still really good pitching. They're still really good pitchers, though. And I think that they're going to deliver quality stuff. It's big for Garrett Cole. Each Garrett Cole start, to me, gets more and more pressurized the more and more the rest of the pitching is hurting on that staff because he is such a big part of it. He can save the bullpen by going deep into games when he does start. Look, they're going to have to make some moves, too. Domingo Germán came back. It was not a great return for him, but maybe he is someone who can help the rotation. He has trended downward and has been injured over the recent span of his career, so maybe we shouldn't get our hopes up too much, but he has shown talent in the past, so maybe there is something there. But they're going to have to scour the pitching market. The relief market is going to be a wild thing this year because, look, every team is dealing with the repercussions of the COVID seasons, the seasons that were impacted by COVID and the workloads that have been up and down. Innings limits will be approached. Every team is dealing with this, so they're going to want to get pitchers who are thriving at the trade deadline, so expect the Yankees to be in the middle of that fever pitch.
Yeah, the Yankees will be active, too, at the trade deadline. Now, here's the money question. We know fans are always concerned, so here's my question to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest concern, what's your concern level for both New York teams right now?
Well, like you, I am not in panic mode. My concern about the Mets is higher than the Yankees. I'll give that a 6 just because the Braves have gotten so close. Now, the Yankees, my concern level is a 4, and that's because of another number, 12. That's their lead going into play on Sunday. They've got a 12-game lead in the AL East, and they are a strong team. I have confidence that they're going to make some of the necessary moves to sort of bolster what's gone wrong. So I'm less concerned about them, but I do anxiously await watching the theater between the Mets and the Braves going forward.
There we go. 6 on the concern level for the Mets, 4 for the Yankees from Anthony McCarron, SNY contributor. He and I, we're not panicking. Maybe you should not be as well. Not at all. No panic here. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it, man.
You bet. Thanks for having me.